In salsa and bachata, is it more difficult to be a leader or a follower? Hello, my beautiful subscribers. Rasa the dancer is here, and I've been having these difficult conversations recently with some people, and it triggered me to have this conversation now with you. So the question always is it more difficult to lead or follow? And it's such a weird thing for me to have this discussion, but since so many people are actually debating it, I thought I'm going to put my input. And I think I'm a perfect person to talk about it, even though I say it myself. But because I lead and follow, I think I have a very good understanding of what is what. And I've been teaching for many years. So I really think I have a good perspective to the situation. And of course, the guys are saying, oh, leading is so much more complicated. Then the ladies say, oh, following is so complicated. So let's break it down a little bit and see what is what. Okay, so first I'd like to start with this. Everybody's forgetting that salsa and bachata is a partner dance. So none of y'all can dance this dance on your own. So it doesn't matter, even in the end of the day, who is doing what more. Like, you can't dance without each other. So I don't know, guys, if you are the leaders and let's say you think it's more complicated to be a leader, well, let's be honest, you're not going to dance because, I don't know, it's so interesting. Most of the time you turn up because somebody dragged you, or you want to meet somebody, or you feel lonely, you need a new hobby, those kind of things. And you know that you can't do it on your own. So most of you, like, even been introduced by some other female to the dancing. So, and it's the same for the followers. I mean, we go there to dance with the leaders. So what are you going to do if they don't come? You know what it's like when there was a time when there was so many women standing out because there was not enough men to dance with. Now the men are slowly picking up and they understand it's a cool thing to do, a nice way to meet people. So they are coming through now. But there was a time when there was like not a lot of leaders. Do you want to go back to that time? So my point is like, who cares in the end of the day? Because if you go salsa and bachata, you want to dance with somebody. So unless you have, some sort of magic pill where suddenly things are working out even 50-50 all the time, I mean, there's no such thing as 50-50. So let's just be happy that there are followers and leaders and we all can dance together. Okay, another point that I think is really important, and we lose perspective sometimes, okay? We get a little bit frustrated and we lose perspective. If you're actually trying really hard, you're going to all the classes, you're going out practicing, you're trying to be the best version of yourself, whether leading or following, then you will recognize very quickly that you investing all that time and effort, not everybody is in the same boat. Some people just go there now and then just to have fun and forget all of the crazy things that happens in their lives. Get away from work or just socialize with the people. They don't really care about getting better. But that comes on both sides. So if you're a leader and you've been, really trying hard to like work on your skill, and then you feel like the other followers, it's so easy for them because you're doing all the work and they're just there and just, being happy. That's how it seems to you. But from a follower's perspective, a follower who actually invests a lot of money and time into styling classes, following classes and training and, trying to, make every leader feel like they can do stuff, then it feels the same for that follower. It's like, why no guys are doing more of an effort to make sure that they improve their level? It goes both ways. It's just we lose perspective. And then we start seeing more of what we consider the bad rather than the good. None of it is bad or good. People dance for different reasons. It is what it is, right? We just need to find our place where we feel like we strive the most. But in general, that's I think is a very important thing. We lose perspective. You got to remember that you working for yourself to be the best version in whatever field you are for yourself. The moment you start feeling like others need to catch up, it's a very dark place you can travel to within yourselves. So just try and keep the perspective that other followers are experiencing that too with other leaders. So, just stay cool. Keep on smiling. Remember, you're getting better, so you're winning anyway. And then you just need to find the place where you feel like you can connect with more people who are in the same frame of mind. And then you will feel a little bit better. Now, in general, in the beginning for salsa and bachata, it is more complicated for the leaders than the followers. It is. Because the leaders not only learning the steps, the same as the followers, but the leaders are also learning how to lead. And yes, the followers learning how to follow, but the leaders need to remember the combinations and they need to multitask, which is the men are not known for it. Yes, I'm sure a lot of men are great at multitasking, but that is not what you're known for. So there's a lot going on at once and at the same time keep the rhythm, which again, usually followers are better at keeping rhythm than men, just because in general, the way we grow up, our ear, how we are more inclined to music and so on and so forth. There's nothing to do with, anything but the genetics. And so it's really complicated. For the leaders, you have a lot of responsibility. You have to keep the timing, remember the combinations, multitask, and at the same time, followers. Leaders try to, look nice for us as well. They want you to like them. So there's a lot going on there. So for the followers, it's easier. Yes, we're learning techniques how to be a good follower, but in the beginning, it's quite straightforward. Now, later, leaders, for you, your muscle memory kicks in and you realize that the techniques repeat themselves and it's just a bit more complicated moves. Instead of one turn, there's two. Instead of a body roll, there's a reverse, like so on and so forth. But for the followers, suddenly it gets crazy. Suddenly they have to spin multiple times. Suddenly they have to go from much more complicated combinations. So they need to travel much more than you need to travel. Suddenly they need to do styling. They're expected to do all these body movements and then travel and be light. And so suddenly it kicks in for them. And then it's extremely complicated. And the followers also are the ones that mostly gets all the damage if something goes wrong. So yes, of course, a lot of the times if the follower pulls the leader's arm and everything, it's also painful for your shoulder and keeping the frame, all of the rest. But because you're spinning the followers so much and you're doing all of the body movement, bending them and neck rolls and everything, trust me when I say your body is not even close of what it's getting as what the follower does. That's why the followers need to be flexible and they need to be warming up and all of the rest. So it's really difficult to say who, what is difficult for who and how, right? But also remember that unless you are a superb dancer as a lead, you don't even know if you're a good leader. Like you might be dancing with some girl and some follower and you'll be like, wow, I'm really good. And then you're dancing with somebody else and it's not working out. Maybe it's not because you were good, but maybe because the follower that you've been dancing with previously made you feel that way. You just don't know what it actually takes to make all of that magic happen, because it's not about what you do. It's about how we respond to what you do. So that's why it's such a slippery slope to start getting in these conversations about who is better, leader or follower, or who has it more complicated, leaders or followers. There's so many different nuances. And if everybody just mind their own lane and focus on that, we can keep on dancing with a smile on our faces. Thank you for watching. And now let's have a battle. In the comments, let me know whether you think it's harder for the leaders or followers. Let's see who says what. Come on, let's have a little bit of a battle. Leaders or followers? Who has it worse? Now, guys, thank you very much for watching till the end. And if you have, you might as well subscribe and like the video. And of course, guys, I'm gonna leave you here with other videos that talk about leaders and followers. Make sure you check them out. And of course, I will see you very soon in other videos. Mwah!